Hey y'all, building an online presence can feel very overwhelming, very daunting. Lord knows I have tried to do it before and have struggled mightily. The first step is getting started, and with Squarespace, everything is so much easier. Stand out from the crowd with Squarespace's beautiful website templates and video studio, which lets you effortlessly create professional level videos. Lord knows that being able to do it all in one place makes everything much easier and super convenient. And you can stand out in any inbox with Squarespace's eye-catching email campaigns. Very, very important to keep your customers engaged and let them know what you have going on as far as building and expanding the brand. So when you're ready, head on over to squarespace.com/read to start your free trial. And when you're ready to launch that site, use offer code READ to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. That's squarespace.com/read. Use offer code READ. Let them know if you're in Crystal sent you, and let's move on.
The last thing anyone wants is to settle for less or give up what they love, but there are things in life where it may feel like you need to lose something to get great insurance. It might be a self-care night with a bowl of chocolate ice cream and too many streaming services to scroll through. State Farm knows the value of self-care. That's why they've got options like insuring your home and riding with surprisingly great rates on both to help you keep enjoying little moments. These good neighbors can help you personalize your policy so you can continue doing the things that you love. For surprisingly great rates like a good neighbor, State Farm's there. Call or go to statefarm.com for a quote today. All right, folks, welcome back to the show. I'm Chelsea Lascani.
And I am Stevie Wonder, and this is The Read. Thank you for coming back.
Indeed. Thank you for joining us once again. Let's jump right into the festivities this week with Black Excellence. And this week's Black Excellence I'm going to give to Quinta Brunson, who has partnered with General Mills and Box Tops for Education, folks. And basically, she and the team are working on with this new app, the Box Tops for Education app, where you can scan receipts from your Box Tops and donate $5 towards a school of your choice from your first receipt using a code Teachers Make Us Better. And then after that, it's the normal 10 cents per label. And in conjunction with Quinta Brunson, it says on Because of Them We Can that they're also going to be giving away $20,000 to her former elementary school in Philly, Andrew Hamilton. And this is a number of things that she and the Abbott Elementary team have been doing to give back to educators. So I read this. It made my heart feel warm. Mm-hmm. Black excellence to you, madam.
Love that. Oh, Quinta's just a light.
Well, let's get into the dark. This week, in our pop culture segment, Hot Tops, The Unbearable Weight of Massive Dick. We could actually begin with some nice things.
Oh, okay.
And then end with terrible.
All right.
Or we could just do something different and start with horrible. And then end with nice.
I'm shocked that there was a nice thing. So.
Well, no. I mean, they're not. They're nice.
Okay. Well, whatever you want to do, surprise me.
All right. Well, let's start with a congratulations to one T-Pain, musical legend, streaming icon, and now restaurant owner. He tweeted with a key to his brand new restaurant. I did it, boys. I'm officially a restaurant owner. Got my keys today, and I'm scared as shit. But I can no longer ignore the paths God has set for me just because I don't understand or I'm scared. I've learned that if I'm not afraid, that means I'm in my comfort zone. That may be what some people want, but as comfortable as it is in there, it's also fucking boring.
Oh, well.
In this new chapter of my life, I'm taking the leap on anything I truly love and believe in. I'm fully in control and don't have to ask for permission to believe in myself anymore. Let this be a sign to go do the thing. If you're not afraid, you're too comfortable. Hashtag welcome to 5, which I'm assuming might be the name of the restaurant, unless I'm behind on my T-Pain lore. And then he put all of his Nappy Boy company tags and things of that nature. So, say congratulations from Florida niggas to another Florida nigga. Congrats. And I don't know exactly what they're going to be cooking in the kitchen down to the T-Pain restaurant, but I can promise you I want some.
I was wondering that. Like, what kind of cuisine is this finna be?
I don't know.
Is it in Atlanta or Florida?
I feel like it's probably going to be somewhere in Georgia.
Yeah, I would have, because I think he lives there, don't he?
I think so.
Yeah. So that makes sense. And that caption is some real shit. I wasn't actually not expecting T-Pain to come in my life like that.
Wow.
I wasn't ready for that. That whole, if you in the comfort zone, it's boring and all this. I'm like, I see it, because for a while it's nice to be in like a good place, but at some point you grow stagnant. And so to hear him talk about like being afraid, which is something more men need to publicly talk about, and taking risks anyway, that was dope. So congrats to him. I hope it does well.
Yeah, he also posted a picture of his parents in front of a restaurant that they owned, their very first restaurant.
How fucking cute.
Apparently, it was called Fish and D Pocket. It looked like you could get fish and like pita bread or something. I don't know what the tea was, but what I loved in this post was part of the caption where he said, "My favorite memory is when the local news came to interview my dad about the restaurant. And one of the questions was, so why did you decide to name your restaurant Fish and D Pocket? My dad's crazy ass goes, well, when you own something, you can name it whatever the fuck you want." The reporter was immediately like, okay, I think we got what we need.
That doesn't answer the question.
I mean,
but I guess that would, no, he's not. But it's like, that's not what was asked. But okay, the point was still received. And so, I love that he's like following in his parents' footsteps in a way. That's adorable. That is cute. Oh, good for him.
Common's daughter, Amoya Lynn, just graduated from Howard Law.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yes, indeed. He posted what y'all call these? Reels? Featuring Denise Williams,
you are
Black Butterfly.
Too young to be that
because
old.
He is Common.
Of course he posted
and we
Black
are the
Butterfly.
same age.
Of course he posted Black Butterfly, though. Oh, I'm sure he's so proud. What a moment for her.
There are no words to describe how proud I am.
There we go.
There you go. Confirmed. Finishing law school at Howard University in 3 years is pretty amazing. Congrats to my daughter. I mean, it sounds amazing to me. I thought it was much longer than that.
No, law school is typically 3 years. So I guess he's just saying shout out to her for graduating on time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Congrats to my daughter and all the graduates of 2022. Now go out in the world and be great. With cute video and photographs to go along with it. So I thought that was sweet and cute.
It is.
And, Howard Law School. I mean, graduating from any motherfucking school at this point, bitch, I'm taking my motherfucking hat off to you because, girl,
Same.
until you couldn't.
Because, listen, the party I'm going to throw for myself when I get this fucking master's degree, bitch, we celebrating. And she's not even the only person who graduated from law school this past weekend. So did Sherelle Griner, Brittany Griner's wife. Congratulations to her. I don't know what school she went to, but sure it was bittersweet because her wife isn't there. We're still #praying for Brittany, but
that's some
nice, a little bit of nice news for her though. And just hoping.
Spelled her name all wrong.
Sherelle, I don't know. I think it's C something.
C-H.
Yeah.
I got the rest of it because I'm Black.
I followed Dawn Staley and she was posting about it. She's been really vocal about
North Carolina Central University School of Law.
Okay. Well, congratulations. And hoping that whole situation gets resolved soon.
Oh, she's so pretty.
She is. Like, I can't even hate on her the way my heart really wants to. She seems
the way your heart is.
It wants to. You know it wants to. But she is really pretty and she seems like such a sweet girl. So just rooting for her and for them.
Get her studsman home. Tired of playing these motherfucking Russian ass games.
Get that lady her nigga back.
Kendrick Lamar has a new album coming out soon titled Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers. Now, I haven't paid too close attention to anything. So I don't know what exactly this title means. And maybe I'm not supposed to be. Maybe y'all bitches don't either. But I just enjoyed the Big Steppers.
Yeah, I truly don't know what that is. I don't know who Mr. Morale is. I don't know what a Big Stepper is.
It sounds like a group name from an alternate universe Motown era.
You know what
label time.
It sounds to me like the name of a children's book.
Dr. Nigga in the Multiverse of Motown.
And I feel like Kendrick has small children, so I'm wondering if like maybe he wrote like a children's story or something for his kids.
Well, that's the tea.
Oh, okay.
He does have kids.
Well, yeah, I did know that, but I'm saying maybe this title is in reference to that. But I guess we'll see. I didn't even listen to whatever song came out.
The Heart Part 5. Okay, so the cover of the album is him and I believe his wife or fiance, Whitney Alford, in a produced setting where I guess they're supposed to look I don't know. Again, I don't get it. Yeah.
Let me pull this up.
But it's like, I don't know if they're like in a hotel room or if they're
right there.
I don't know. This is the trap house. I don't know.
Oh,
but he's got his gun in his waist and his baby in his arms and then like a thorned crown.
Okay. Jesus.
And Dickies or whatever. But then it seems as though his lady is in the background cradling another baby. So it seems like this is supposed to be the reveal of him having a second child because people didn't know.
Yeah, I definitely did not know that. Are we sure this is his actual like wife or whatever? Or is that just some
girl?
Is that some girl? Okay. Then we're going to lean into it.
I looked at 3 different blogs to verify and all of the girls are like, we think it's her.
I mean, yeah, and it looks like she just got done breastfeeding or like she's trying to get this baby to sleep, something like that. But I see what you mean about them. Like, they're supposed to be looking broke because this torn wallpaper or this faded paint or whatever in the background.
Sheet that refused to be on the bed.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't get it.
The baby, the only one, or the toddler, the only one looking at the camera. But yeah, perhaps if we knew what Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers meant, it would make sense.
I could already smell you motherfucking hype beast high top wearing.
Oh, you know they're losing it.
Sucking ass bitches coming over here being like, you don't get it, you don't understand. Like, not because I'm not interested or because I don't respect it. I'm simply tapped out because all I've got is 24 hours.
Correct.
And I'm barely making it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Busy for a lot of
So forgive the Negro fuck out of me if I can't catch up to every one of your rap faves and what they like to put in their iced coffee in the afternoon. What? All right. So I think that's about it for me in like the heartwarming, or I tried to make it heartwarming news. Oh, well, this warmed my heart. No charges for Mike Tyson after punching that white man in his goddamn mouth on that plane.
Look at the glory of God. Hallelujah.
The San Mateo County, California District Attorney, Stephen Wagstaff, said to CNN that he is not going to be filing any battery charges against Mike Tyson because, and I'm paraphrasing now, he had a comment. Melvin, the alleged victim, Melvin George Townsend III, which tells me even the fuck more that you needed to be sitting your ass down somewhere, but you got into your motherfucking Abercrombie and drunk ass bag and decided that you were going to play a game and you had to get sobered up.
Yeah.
Anyway, my favorite part of this was this quote from the DA that says, "It is simply a case that does not belong in the criminal court. If they want to sue each other, that's their business."
Amen. I love that. I wish he would have been like, that little shit had it coming. 100%. He deserved every bit of that ass beating, but that also works. Let them sue each other. If the white boy is that pressed, then let him handle it in civil court and leave that man alone.
I mean, why waste your time? Sis?
Right. Let it go. We've all seen the video.
We watched it.
And you were dead
I
ass
cheered.
wrong. Right. You were dead ass wrong. So
Oh no.
maybe just let that go.
Violence is not okay.
Shit, the hell is not.
You shouldn't hit people.
Usually.
Guys, I hate fighting.
That's a good one.
So the fucking I don't even know who's Corey Matthews of the hip hop game, Jack Harlow, has an album out.
I was so confused.
And he's fully on promo, and he's also friends with Drake now. So y'all will not leave me alone about this white boy. Now, I personally don't mind him.
Yeah, me either. He's
like there.
I like his verse on Lil Nas X song. That's all I know, though.
Okay.
So, right, that's all I got for him. But I liked it.
All right. I don't think that he's without talent or ability to adhere to formulas that have proven to create successful hip hop chart songs.
Yep.
Also, the spectacle of being a white boy with a curly perm that raps like Drake, it's gonna bring eyes and ears. You know.
And the tone of his voice, that's what threw me off. I wasn't expecting him to sound like that at all.
Well, he's from Louisville.
That makes a lot more sense. That actually makes a lot of things click.
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, the first time I heard it, I was like, what? Who the fuck? This white boy? Like, what? So, but yeah, he
also had someone guide him into the realm of facial hair, which I feel like made all the difference. Probably an AccuView prescription and a couple of other things. Here we are now. The Doll Baby is friends with Big Adonis's dad and is this his sophomore? I think this is his sophomore album. Whatever. The nigga has music. The reason I'm bringing him up, though, is I said, typically she doesn't bother me. She's there. The kids enjoy her, whatever. I have not heard her say nigga. So today I received a clip of him on Ebro in the morning where they're playing one of these radio games that are like clearly meant to embarrass you or just make great content.
Right.
And so I think this is some sort of game where they play a song and you're supposed to like guess who the artist is, like bit by bit or something. So they're playing Angel in Disguise, classic, Brandy Norwood. A little a breathy moment, a little floaty, sexy Brandy era vibe.
Yep.
You know it, I know it.
Of course.
But you're melanated, I'm melanated.
Correct.
And that helps.
And we're also over 30. Which also helps. I'm just saying.
For the song.
Yes, for the song. Not the artist, but the song.
For the song.
Yes.
You're right.
Yes.
Yes. Now, the problem is that I'm not even going to say the problem was that he didn't know who it was, even after hearing her voice.
That's crazy.
He guessed Aaliyah initially because she's 24.
What? Good guess. Right. Good guess, little man.
I wasn't even mad at that. It's like, okay, clearly this is a song from like, I don't know if you got a big sister or older cousin or something like that, but you recognize the era and the sound and the classic vibes.
He hangs out with Drake, so he's heard a lot of Aaliyah.
So I'm not even mad at that. I'm not even mad at that. I don't know why I'm doing this motion with my hands, but whatever. Now, they're trying to give the nigga... Sorry. They're trying to give this individual clues as to whose the song it is. And at one point, one of them says something about her brother having an amazing sex tape.
Yeah.
Now, I wouldn't have used the word amazing, but
no,
that's neither here nor there.
No, I mean, it's been a long time since I've seen it, but I don't remember being like, wow, this is incredible.
It didn't.
Yeah. But okay,
No.
I see what y'all's trying to do, trying to help him, because they said, she has her own TV show, or she had her own show, and he still did not know what the fuck they was talking about.
But the sex tape,
yeah,
and that was it for me, bitch. That was it, like an amazing sex tape. First of all, lie. Secondly, like that's what got you.
I'm actually not
some
surprised by
information.
that. I'm actually not shocked, because that Kim Kardashian sex tape is always in pop culture news.
Oh, you know what? And they're talking about it.
And they're talking about it on their Hulu show. It was a whole storyline. And Ray J came out and was like,
apparently a lie.
This whole thing has been a lie from the beginning. Right. Kim and her mama have been in on it. So
let me tell you something. Scooty Bike is tired.
I am not shocked that he heard sex tape and thought, oh yeah, Kim Kardashian, Ray J.
Yeah, you're right. So after realizing that they were talking about Ray J's penis, he said, "Who's Ray J's sister?"
That's what took me down. I just knew as soon as he made the Ray J connection, he was gonna be like, "Oh, duh, Brandy." This nigga said Ray J got a sister. Oh my God. Woo.
This nigga said that nobody ever told him that in his life, that Brandy and Ray J are siblings. Admitted that they got a great clip off of it, and then went to being the seemingly harmless white boy.
Yeah.
That is friends with Drake.
I'm offended, but I'm not mad.
I lived through the era of Ray J being Brandy's brother.
Yeah.
To then Brandy being Ray J's sister.
Yeah.
And now apparently people don't know they know each other. It's
and I really think that's a Caucasian thing. I think most Black 24-year-olds, if they know who Ray J is, they know who his sister is. I really hope. I really do. Young people, please tell me that you know that. But I'm not shocked that a 24-year-old
nobody
white boy
ever
knows.
told me that in my life. And I'm now thinking, like, who did he have to tell him?
I mean, right. If he's 24, then that means he was born the same year that Never Say Never came out, which is like, Jesus Christ.
I just want
I was already 16.
Go in the ground.
So, yeah, I'm truly not surprised. And, it's not like Brandy's career has had, its ebbs and flows, its peaks and valleys like everybody else. It's not like, it's not like she's been putting out hit albums every 18 months and touring nonstop. I'm trying.
Alrighty.
No, because I'm saying like
I know.
Thank you. Because I'm obviously not trying to disrespect Brandy, who I love.
Never.
I'm just saying she's not the kind of pop star who you would think somebody born in 98
she's
would
not
be super
visible.
Yes, she's not out here.
Especially lately.
Right. It's not like Rihanna or Beyonce or something like that where you can be like, where have you been for the past 20 years? It's like, so, I mean, I understand. He's 24. He's white. I would not have expected
and
him.
There's that.
I truly would not have expected him to know it. I just think it's the fact that he's a rapper. So it's like you invited yourself into Black business, and yet you don't know this very common Negro fact. You don't even know
that Moesha and Dorian are brother and
you
sister.
Probably don't even know who Moesha and Dorian are, which is even worse.
Lightweight? I don't even think you know who Brandy is, if you ask me, bitch.
Oh, no, probably not. I
really don't.
Mm-mm. No, because
they gave him the name Brandy. Right.
He didn't even say it. So. I mean, well, if you don't know Ray J has a sister, then yeah. So he was like, "Oh,
nobody
Brandy."
I bet you know who Billy Idol's fucking sister is.
Who?
Fucking
Billy Eilish?
Garth Brooks.
Oh no. I'm like, Billie Eilish is the sister.
I said Billy Idol.
I know. I just didn't think you meant to say it.
That one too. They're about the same age.
Okay. Anyway, yeah, I understood why niggas was mad about this all day, but I couldn't be bothered. I couldn't.
Of white rapper offenses,
This is incredibly tame. I'll take it.
I will take it.
Yep.
And now you know that we said that.
Mm-hmm. But this needs to be the worst that you do. Don't take this as an invitation to. Do not take this as an invitation to fuck up worse.
Yeah.
Please let this be the last time that we have to talk about you during the topic.
You better get on JeffBezos.com and order you some.
Figure it out.
90s, being black in the 90s.
Yeah, this is Drake's fault. If Drake is your little biracial mentor, he should have made sure you knew this.
Y'all too busy out there drinking white wine spritzers and betting on horses or whatever in the Kentucky Derby. Hell, you should have had him sit. They were down at the Kentucky Derby drinking the spritzers and watching the horses.
Wow.
Yeah, girl. And Drake was drunk. It was a whole shabazz. And so,
okay.
I had such a good joke that would have been so niche. Never mind. Anyway, so I agree. Okay. You have Negro friends and Negro fans.
Yeah.
Learn something
from this. My expectations are
Who was that? Who said that? Who said that, Jack Harlow?
And you're young. Oh, he might know that because her clips have been all over the internet. But yeah. Anyway.
If Flo Millie knows who the fuck said that and make a whole video. Bitch, I don't want to hear nothing from nobody.
Well, okay.
All right. I don't. All right. So the baby and his last baby mama are the one he kicked out because there could be ones we don't know about.
That Danny girl.
So she has a new song dedicated to him. It's called "Dead to Me," and she has the interview with Angie Martinez that coincided with the song. And it's all dedicated to her nigga baby father, the baby, and their toxic relationship. Her words, not mine. Well, I guess both of us.
Yeah. Oh, look at that baby. Oh my God. How fucking cute is this baby?
What baby? Is it baby?
Her baby with the baby. Oh no, I just Googled Danny Lee because I kind of forgot what she looked like. And there's a picture right here with her and her baby, and this child is truly adorable.
I'm sure.
Oh my God.
So, yeah, this whole muck of their relationship and the toxicity within has been. We've returned to it.
Okay.
And I'm just trying to figure out who among us is supposed to care. Of course, the baby had an Instagram response where he jumped on live real quick, or I don't even think this is live, but basically he said that he felt like Danny and her team showed their hands by taking too damn long to put the song out and do the video or do the interview. Accused her of being with him at the London hotel getting busy. This just before quote, "we got on your brother's ass." And then also, mind you, it was kind of hard for me to focus because he kept like, okay, I know that a lot of people, when they're doing like the Instagram video thing, y'all will like zoom into your eyes real quick, like for emphasis and like comedic effects. And it's lovely. I get it. Instagram might need to do something in terms of like the mechanic or how it's, because the whole 2 minutes or whatever that I watched on Twitter was just him going back and forth with seemingly no purpose, rhythm, understanding. It was so erratic. I think he genuinely might have like ADHD or something. The hand motions, maybe drugs. I don't know. But it was like
just zooming in and out on his own face
the whole time. The whole like back and forth.
No,
just
stop being
in the nostril, in back and forth. It was just like, girl, like just lie and leave. Yeah. Lie and leave.
Please. That is more than enough. Stop this.
He also accused her of stalking his previous child's mother, and that being the reason that they broke up and she was asked to be removed from his home. And has just accused her of getting in the way of him and his relationship with his other child. All right. I think I'm done.
The way you just stopped, Karen, like in the middle of the sentence, you were just like, all right. Because this is the same old nigga shit, the same old me and my baby mama beefing story that we have heard a million different times from 2 million different couples. Like, it's just the same old shit. Everybody ignoring red flags. Everybody doing dumb shit. Everybody being hoes. Right. And Danny Lee, God help her. I've never heard a song, and Lord willing, I never will. I'm not going to bother to listen to this. You hating the baby is not enough of a reason for me to support your music. Who don't hate the baby? You need something a little bit more unique than that.
I did listen to the song. It's
okay.
It exists.
Yeah.
It's not bad. I have no reason to ever listen to it again. But
okay. You said it's not bad, but you did not say it's good.
All I'm saying, goddamn it, is that bitch, I don't care about this motherfucking shit. And I didn't care about it when you niggas work it together in our motherfucking faces.
Amen.
Talking about cakes and doing weird shit on Instagram Live, dancing and looking like freaks and shit. I didn't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck today. And so that's how I feel. God bless the children.
Yep.
God bless all of the children.
Yep.
Good evening.
Everybody grow up and do what's best for that baby and leave the rest of it alone.
So, rappers Young Thug and Gunna have been indicted on racketeering charges.
Mm-hmm.
The Georgia Rico girls got them.
Oh, yes. That's what I saw, child. Woo!
Along with 28 other niggas who are apparently and allegedly affiliated with Young Thug's YSL crew, the Young Slime Life crew. Yeah, not Yves Saint Laurent.
I mean, I knew it wasn't Yves Saint Laurent.
Every time he said it.
Literally every time I see the acronym, I am going to think Yves Saint Laurent. I'm never going to think Young Slime Life.
How could you not?
But the fact that you started a gang called Young Slime Life lets me know that this arrest and these charges were just a matter of time. It was just a matter of time. Young Slime Life, there's no way this is like some productive after-school program to enrich the youth and provide education.
Exactly what it sounds like. Young Slime Life literally could be.
Oh my God.
A nonprofit by JoJo Siwa where she teaches young kids how to make slime and get their lives.
Nope.
And I just want for you to accept that and really understand that this could be a misunderstanding.
Yeah.
Maybe he really is just teaching the youths in the hood how to make slime at home. It's very popular. Intense view counts on TikTok as well as the YouTubes.
No.
And so maybe there's another side of this that we're not looking into.
No, I don't think so. I
had fun with that.
I think we're looking exactly where we're supposed to. I didn't know that Gunna nigga had anything to do with it. But
I'm still catching up to his relevance to the hip hop industry. Like, I've just accepted that, like, he's like popular, I guess.
Yeah. Although, I mean, the only Gunna song I've ever heard is that Pushin' P. And the only reason I heard that is because he and Future stood there like two bumps on a log on Saturday Night Live and just mumbled, Pushin' P, Ajura Pushin' P, my bitch and my hoes, and they all Pushin' P.
Fantastic impression.
I mean, I'm pretty sure that's all. And they just went back
Where
and
did
forth.
Crystal go? Oh my God. It's Nevadius.
did that back and forth for several minutes, so I wasn't impressed. But Young Thug, I remember because he had that album cover where he was wearing a dress and had like a parasol. And he looked like he was finna go do a second line.
Yeah, that's her.
Yeah, that's him. But I feel like Young Thug is one of them niggas where if you play a song of his, I might know it, but I would have never known that he was the artist.
Absolutely. 1000%.
Yep. I feel like I can't name a song, but I probably do know a song.
I'm quite familiar with Thug's music. I know a couple Gunna songs, but I fully understand and respect your point of view. I absolutely know that I could play a Young Thug song for you right now, and you will at least know the hook.
Yeah.
And then say that you never knew.
That's
you
me.
never cared who exactly was on the other side of the music box. And I respect that too.
Yeah, that's me. That's what I do.
Well, they got the girlies in custody, Gunna and Thug both. And like I said, 28 defendants, 56 counts. And one of you TV niggas printed out all of the information. So it looks like Young Thug has got 2 counts. Conspiracy to violate the Racketeering Influence and Corrupt Organizations Act. The RICO charge.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And then I think the other one is affiliation with gang affiliation. What is it? Participation in criminal street gang activity. No, I mean that one's at least.
I was gonna say, isn't there,
I mean, like,
haven't we been known that about him?
I mean, and he. All right, let me get to the other one. Gunna's name is, what is it? Sergio Kitchens. Sidebar. Always loved the name Kitchens.
Sergio Kitchens is a great name.
It really is, but the last name Kitchens has always really stuck with me as a solid last name. Maybe I just like kitchens.
Like the room in the house?
Yes, because it's affiliated with food.
When I hear kitchens, I think of the naps at the back of your head. Your kitchen. That's what I think of. It is.
Yeah.
Because that came up when I was getting my hair pressed for Easter, right? So when I hear kitchen, I go in a different direction.
Yeah, that's sad.
Yeah, I think about hot combs. But anyway, Sergio Kitchens is a great. I'd rather go by Sergio Kitchens than Gunna, but I'm not young. So
yeah. So the doll baby over there, I think, has the one RICO charge. And then there's other niggas here, all who are allegedly affiliated with this Yves Saint Laurent crew. And some of these niggas got about all 56 of these counts. I'm like, okay, Quay Marvarius is going to prison. Like that nigga, like some of the girls.
Yeah. Right.
Because anyway, but the folks over in Atlanta, Fulton County, they're not playing any games. They're not interested in any goddamn excuses. They are, in fact, using lyrics from Young Thug's music as evidence for this case.
Interesting.
Including lines like this one from Young Thug's Nicki Minaj collaboration from 2018. I never killed anybody, but I got something to do with that body. Just how it is. Also from 2018. Gave the lawyer close to $2 million. He handled all the killings.
I mean, but
take it to trial.
Lyrics are not evidence, so.
I simply agree. Now, here's the thing.
Okay.
This nigga could be guilty of all of this shit.
Could definitely. And as far back as this shit allegedly goes, I wouldn't be surprised if they had evidence to back up every last one of these lyrics. But you niggas do love putting the illegal things you do online and in your music. Y'all love doing that. And then being shocked when the police are like, what's going on over here? Like,
and I'm not an attorney or an Atlanta street nigga, so I don't know all of the ins and outs of the Georgia RICO Act.
Yeah.
But I think simply being surrounded by a whole bunch of niggas that are part of an organized group of criminals and then being affiliated with them may be bad. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I do feel like being like, oh, well, look what he said on this one song with motherfucking Nicki Minaj. And look what he said on this other goddamn song with G Herbo. Like, rappers are liars. These niggas, like, I don't give a fuck.
Oh, so true. Oh, so true.
These niggas be saying this shit. Meek Mill and Drake have a song called Rico. Is Drake admitting to racketeering and gang activity or whatever the fuck else? I don't
know because I've not heard that song. Maybe, but I doubt it.
It's pretty good.
Is it?
It's a pretty good song. Yeah, I like it.
Maybe I should download that. But yeah, I'm gonna assume that the Fulton County prosecutor has more evidence than song lyrics and Instagram screenshots. I'm going to assume, but we'll see how it all plays out. Are they letting him out on bail or are they making him stay in there?
I think he's still in custody right now.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised because a nigga with that kind of money, he's not coming back.
I'm done.
All right. So is that it for all the topics this week?
I was going to say something very smart, and I've decided not to. Yes.
Okay, great. Let's take a break and come right back. Hey, y'all, did you know that HelloFresh is 72% cheaper than dining out at a restaurant and is even cheaper than grocery shopping? This is just one of the many reasons HelloFresh is America's #1 meal kit. With HelloFresh, you get farm-fresh, pre-portioned ingredients and seasonal recipes delivered right to your doorstep that make home cooking easy, fun, and affordable. HelloFresh's chefs really know how to diversify your dinner menu with seasonal spring recipes like sweet heat shrimp tempura bowls, garden spinach ricotta ravioli, and one-pot creamy lemon dill chicken soup. Their newest menu release includes Mediterranean recipes that are filled with fresh fruits and veggies, nuts, olive oils, and fiber-packed whole grains for nourishing balance. You can customize your favorite dishes with their new Hello Custom offerings by swapping out one protein or one side for another, upgrading for a more luxe experience, or even adding protein to a veggie meal. Lord knows that HelloFresh makes cooking incredibly simple over here. Probably would not cook without something that easy. I need everything pre-portioned. I need all the steps lined up because at the end of my day, I'm tired and I don't feel like it. So if you're ready to go ahead and start cooking more at home and saving money in the process, then go on over to HelloFresh.com/TheRead16 and use code TheRead16 for up to 16 free meals and 3 free gifts. That's HelloFresh.com/TheRead16 and code TheRead16 for up to 16 free meals and 3 free gifts. Let them know we sent you, and let's get back to the show.
All right, we're back. It is time to read your letters.
Yes, send your questions to asktheread@gmail.com. We may read them aloud on the show. Our first letter this week comes from Monica, who says, I'm 32 years old and I've had the same group of 2 best friends since I was in high school until a few years ago when I had a big falling out with one of the girls named Gina. In retrospect, I could have seen this falling out come in since Gina has always had the character traits of proudly being a bitch and not apologizing for it. So when we fell out, even though it hurt, I truly believed it was for the best. The third part of our trio, Pam, has tried to remain neutral and maintain a friendship with both of us. But as I expected, over time, she has leaned towards Gina as her...
How old are y'all?
Well, I made up Gina and Pam as a name because she just kept going back and forth. So, but yes, that was absolutely my inspiration.
A show you don't watch.
Pam, I mean, a show I don't watch now, but certainly one I did then. Pam has incorporated Gina into her other friend group, and they all look like they're getting along and being besties, while I only get an invite from Pam when Gina is not around. And since that's often, that means I rarely get to see her. This is particularly hurtful because I love Pam dearly. It's one thing to end a bad friendship and feel better for it, but it's another to lose a good friend in the mix as collateral damage. I've expressed to Pam that I feel like our friendship is growing distant, and even though she doesn't see it, other people around me have noticed the same. It's been hard to grieve the way things used to be with her, and it's even more isolating because she appears to be oblivious about what's going on. My question is, should I attempt to have another conversation with Pam about how I feel, or just accept that we're growing apart and move on? I'm torn between expressing myself to save our friendship and feeling like that would essentially be begging her to hang out with me. I just want more effort from her to balance both me and Gina being in her life. Thanks for the advice, Monica. Oh,
Wow.
yeah. That's rough. I mean, you're 32. You've had the same group of best friends since high school. And then y'all just fell out a few years ago. So that sounds like y'all were best friends for at least a decade. Probably more like 15 years. So.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
guess what? Everybody ain't Grace and Frankie, bitch. Get over it.
What? That's crazy because them hoes didn't even start out as friends. They actually kind of hated each other. But
whatever. I tried. Shit. Whatever. You grow out of shit is what I was saying.
Right. But like, so if you're in this situation where you fall out with one person and then it seems like y'all's mutual friend don't really kick it with you no more or reach out to you no more, how do you react to that? I feel like my feelings would be so hurt that I would really have to take some time back and think about how I wanted to approach it in order to like not let my feelings completely drive the conversation.
I mean, that just sounds like the sensible thing to do to preserve your own health and wellness. Like, otherwise, what are you doing? Operating off of obligation to someone who doesn't give a fuck about how you feel.
Right. So, I mean, I feel you, Monica, on like not wanting to feel like you begging somebody to hang out with you because that's very whack. But I don't know. If you said, I feel like we're going distant and she said she don't see it, but y'all are like noticeably spending less time. Like, does that mean she doesn't notice that she doesn't spend as much time with you no more? Because like that to me doesn't add up. If we are not seeing each other as often, then we just are not. That's not like a perception thing. That's a fact thing. So you said that you expected that she would lean towards Gina as like her favorite, and that's what happened here. So I don't know. Honestly, I think I would. You already said something about you feel like y'all are growing distant, and she's like, yeah, I don't know what you're talking about. I think everything's Gucci. I would probably just take that for what it is and kind of move her from a best friend level to a, we cool level or whatever, and focus on building friendships with other people. And she said at the end of this letter in like the postscript that it's hard making friends after 30, which is true. But I mean, I just don't know. I don't know what else. You can't like force no grown person to do nothing. You can't call her and be like, yeah, bitch, you need to make sure that you invite me to just as much stuff as you invite Gina to. And Gina shouldn't have to come to everything with your other friend group that I'm not a part of. Like, you can't demand that sort of thing either. Either she wants to put in effort, like, and maybe you should be calling her, inviting her places, but either she wants to nurture and maintain the friendship or she doesn't. It can't just be you.
This is not relatable content for me.
Okay. Any advice?
I'm just saying, it is what it is. I mean, I'm not doing all of that.
So you would just let
but I also am someone who is completely okay with being at the fuck home with my dog and my Wi-Fi and a nice takeout order or something to that degree. Almost took a real dark left turn there. But my point is, I'm not begging none of you motherfucking ashy knuckle fucking bitches out here to be a motherfucking thing. Go do what you want to do at your fucking hookah lounge on Tuesday or Thursday night, bitch. If you don't want me to be there, that is Gucci.
Yeah, I just feel for her because this is like her best friend. So it's...
Oh, yeah, me too. Oh, no. Friendship.
Okay. All right. All right.
I'm so sorry. No, we're different. No, you have a different. No, your outlook is different than mine. Oh, no. I hope you make it.
Okay. All right. Good luck, Monica, with moving on and building new relationships and maintaining.
Why'd you name her Shanae?
I didn't name her. She named herself. So
she picked
Monica. Yeah.
And then Gina and Pam.
Came from me. Yeah. I did that. Since she's the odd one out. You know what? Makes sense. Okay.
I see the vision.
Yeah. So good luck, Monica. Sorry, that's a shit situation, but not really sure what else you can do other than pack up your expectations for this friendship and move on. Let's see here. Our next letter comes from Ivory, who says, I'm a 36-year-old single mom who unfortunately has health issues, both physical and mental, and dating for me has been hot, bubbling shit. I befriended a slightly older man years ago, and even though he has expressed romantic feelings for me numerous times, I've always chosen to just stay friends. At first, it was for superficial reasons, but as I got to know him, I realized that there were also several real issues that would affect a romantic relationship. He's over 40, but you would never know that by talking to him. We're not sexually compatible, which I just know.
Wait, what the fuck is that supposed to? Is that supposed to be a good or a bad thing?
She just put,
no, he's over 40.
I feel like it's a bad thing because you wouldn't know he's over 40 because he
acts like he's
talks
young.
like an immature, like I'm getting like a vibe of immaturity and like dumb young nigga shit as opposed to like a grown man. So, I mean, she said these are issues. He's a bit of a pushover. He has self-esteem issues, and he seems content with being uninformed about serious issues and not dealing with important things. Now, to be fair, I am no day at the beach myself, which is yet another reason I think things wouldn't work out with us. However, overall, he's a sweet, caring man who loves my family and has been there for us tremendously, more than our own blood has at times, and I have genuine love for him. Sometimes I think about pursuing a relationship, but I don't know if those feelings are loneliness or me actually wanting to see if things could work out between us. Do y'all think it's worth it to try the risk of a relationship, or should we just stay friends? Thanks for the advice, Ivory.
Ivory. You just had some time on your hands to send an email randomly for no reason.
What you mean? She trying to figure out should she make something happen with this man or not?
What were the good parts about him?
He is a sweet, caring man who loves her family, and he has been there for her tremendously. And he wants her. That's all I got from that whole letter. There was also a long list of reasons why it shouldn't work out, and those seemed to be much more important than these other things. But
just okay, because it felt like you were like, oh, he's nice and he's 40 and my mom and him like him. Great. And then you were like, red flag, red flag, red flag. Mm-hmm. Should I date him? And do you know, have you ever listened to this show? Being there for you tremendously. I guess the key word there is supposed to be tremendously or something. Kind of vague, but...
I mean, she put it in all caps, so whatever that means.
Oh,
she really meant it. Yeah.
Let me hold that close to my goddamn beating heart. Girl, what? You're literally naming like things that you feel like are going to stand in the way of y'all having a successful, healthy, happy relationship. Mm-hmm. Are you incapable of maintaining a friendship with this person because he wants you? Because if the question is, oh, well, he may need to be ousted out of my life altogether because I don't think that he will be satisfied with being just friends, I would say to let that nigga hit the curb. Me, personally.
Right.
But if y'all can maintain a friendship and be cool, and he can go and, you know, find the love of his life elsewhere and you do the same, then I feel like that's probably for the best. No, that way you're not risking anything. But it doesn't sound like that's an option because, again, I'm not entirely sure why you were like, here's an issue and there's an issue and there's an issue, but I should totally get married and give him my social security number, right?
Well, I think Ivory's issue here is that she's a 36-year-old single mother. She talks about how dating has been garbage, which relatable. Dating has been garbage for a lot of people, probably more than most. Or more than, you know, people who feel like dating has been a walk in the goddamn park. But I
don't know where they are.
Right, exactly. So I think, Ivory, you're just seeing a man who has consistently pursued you and who has, I mean, you said overall he's sweet and caring, even though.
Oh my God, so are golden retrievers.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I don't care if he came through and helped out with the light bill once or twice or paid your son's soccer fees or whatever one time when you needed some help. Like, you have to when it comes to romantic relationships, I never think it's worth the risk unless this is somebody you actually feel passionately about. You shouldn't, not saying that it's like a bad idea to write out pros and cons, but you don't want this man. You've never wanted this man. You said y'all are not sexually compatible. So you would be forcing yourself into trying to make it work because you feel like this is a good man, Savannah. Like,
it's not clicking.
No, baby. I do think this is your loneliness talking, your frustration with trying to date, maybe the pressure and the stress of being a single mother. I think all of that is contributing way more to the situation. And so now it's got you looking at a nigga that you don't even want to fuck. Like, maybe we can make this work. No, baby. Bare minimum, you should want to sleep with him. Bare minimum, you should feel a sexual attraction to him. So, not even to mention the rest of this. He's okay with being uninformed about serious issues. He's okay with not dealing with shit that actually matters and is important. Like, no. And over 40, we're not 22. I'm not gonna sit here and like walk you through shit that you should have processed 20 some odd years ago. So yeah, I'm gonna say I actually don't even think y'all should stay
one of those
friends.
Letters where you're like, I just need for a podcaster to tell me to break up with this person.
I mean, I think that's most of the letters actually.
I still don't.
I think most of y'all know, and you write in anyway because you want to hear somebody say it. But I actually don't even think you and this man are genuinely friends. I mean, of course, I don't know y'all, but that's just the vibe I get. That if you started seriously dating somebody, I don't know that he would still be in your life the way he is now. I don't know that he would still be as interested. But definitely not worth trying a romantic entanglement with somebody that you don't even want to see naked. Definitely not, girl. I can't stress that enough. Please don't play yourself that way.
That is sad.
But yeah, it is. And as hard as it is to be single sometimes and as lonely as you might be, it is better than being in a relationship with the wrong person. And I'll stand 10 toes on that every single time. It is better than being with the wrong nigga. Oh, yeah. All right, Ivory. Good luck. Our last letter this week comes from... From Denona, who says, I'm a single New Yorker in my 30s, and at the start of the pandemonium, I got laid off from a toxic job where I stayed way too long. I was relieved when they let me go, and I was financially able to survive for a while on unemployment and savings. I figured it was perfect timing for me to rest and reset, and I told myself I never wanted to go back to an office job. I started a small business while applying for only 100% remote jobs. After a year, I still hadn't landed anything and was losing confidence in my business plan. I started adding hybrid jobs to my search and soon got a call from a global company for a role making 6 figures and 3 days a week in the office. I got the job and I was happy for the first few months, but for a number of reasons, I'm ready to pack my shit up and go. Mainly, office life and commuting are not for me, and I don't want to get stuck for years in another toxic work environment. I would like to dedicate myself to my small business full time while continuing to hunt for more flexible jobs. I've been applying for 100% remote jobs again, but so far, no luck finding something that also pays 6 figures. I'm not willing to compromise on salary or remote work, but I'm running out of patience, and I'm tempted to give my 2-week notice in the fall, regardless of whether I have a new job lined up. With a few months worth of living expenses saved, would y'all take the chance and quit a job without another one, especially the way the world is now? Or would you keep going until something else presented itself? Thanks for the help, Denona.
To answer the question, yes, I absolutely would. But I've also never considered myself to be smart or responsible. So take that.
You are
with it
very smart. I think, what I have learned in working jobs is that like your mental health is really not worth it. It's not worth the job. But there is also a very real reality of having bills to pay, needing to pay rent, needing to buy groceries, needing to get places. Like all of that is super real too. And if I were you, I think I would quit this job in the fall once you had savings lined up, if only because it was very easy for you to get a hybrid job. And so if you hate this one that much, you can always just get another one. But you also don't want to jump from job to job to job every 6 to 8 months or whatever. Like that also doesn't look good either. And I get not wanting to compromise on salary or being remote, but if the small business is not coming through, providing the income the way you wanted it to or the way you expected it to, like you do also have to be realistic. So if I were you and I felt confident in my ability to get another job that maybe wasn't ideal, then I would quit with some savings lined up and do my best. But if I was worried about getting another job, especially with things the way they are now, where like landlords are being more hellish than ever and asking for bigger and bigger deposits and higher credit scores and all that, I probably would not risk it, especially if the only issues are like, I don't like being in the office around all these people. I don't like commuting. Like, yes, that sucks. Those things suck if you don't want that or you feel like you're not made for that. But all things considered, those are very mild things to have to deal with as far as like work environments go. It's not like you going in and white people are calling you a nigga bitch behind your back and like somebody is poisoning all the food in the break room or employees get yelled at all day or whatever. Like yeah, depending on perspective and only you can make that choice for yourself, but it's rough out here and you got to take care of yourself no matter what. And so over the next few months, if I were you, I would be grinding very hard trying to get my small business off the ground and being realistic with myself about whether that is a viable venture. Like, is this really going to work or do I need to pivot and think about something else? So, yeah, I think that's all the advice I can give for you because y'all know that I stayed in my full-time job for way too long after we started doing the show. But I needed to know that like this podcast was going to sustain me. I needed like a lot of proof. And I needed to be really sure before I let go of my steady, sure paycheck. So, yeah, good luck with you with whatever you decide to do. We're going to wrap up the questions right there for this week. Again, if you have one for us, send it to asktheread@gmail.com. We're going to take one more quick break and be right back.
Hey, y'all, this week's episode is being brought to you by Quip. Quip gets your smile ready, making good habits easy with all the essentials you need to take care of your mouth. The Quip electric toothbrush uses timed vibrations with 30-second pulses to guide a dentist-recommended 2-minute clean. It's loved by over 7 million mouths, and you can even upgrade with a new smart motor to track and improve your brushing and earn rewards. Build your whole routine with even more Quip, like the reusable floss pick or the refillable mouthwash. And on top of that, Quip delivers brush heads, fresh floss, and other refills every month from just $5, no extra shipping costs. I really enjoyed the toothbrush that I was first originally provided by the good folks over at Quip. Mm-hmm. But I was happy to see recently that just by rolling down to the local Target, I was able to pick up a few others. I enjoy them. You'll probably enjoy them as well. If you go to getquip.com/read, right now, you'll get your first refill free. That is your first refill free at getquip.com/read. That's GETQUIP.com/read. Quip, the Good Habits Company. Let's move on.
Hey, y'all, May is Mental Health Awareness Month, and it's the perfect time to find one thing you can do to prioritize your mental well-being and write yourself a little permission slip to get out there and do it. A licensed Talkspace therapist can help you identify what that permission looks like, whether it's setting stronger boundaries, letting something go, or gaining the courage to try something different, or hell, all three, actually, because my life. But no matter where you are in your mental health journey, talking to a therapist makes a huge difference. Talkspace is a more flexible and convenient way to get high-quality care, and there are several payment options to choose from. Once you match with one of their licensed therapists, you can message them anytime through the app or schedule a live session. They have thousands of therapists available across dozens of specialties. Talkspace is private, secure, and most importantly, accessible. Talkspace is the app that got me back into a mental health care journey and what eventually led me to graduate school. So I hold it very near and dear to my heart. Consider this your permission slip to put your mental health first and match with your dedicated therapist today at Talkspace.com. Use promo code READ during sign up to get $100 off your first month. That's $100 off at Talkspace.com. Promo code READ. Take care of yourself and your mental wellness. All right, let's wrap up the show.
All right, folks, we're back. It's time for the read, and I'm going to pass my read this week.
Pass the read like we used to.
This comes from Naomi, and she says, I have a read for all of the white nerds out there trying to ruin the fantasy genre for me. Stay your musty, unwashed asses in your mama's basement and let us just enjoy shit. I'm sick of seeing these members of the flavorless gelatin society flipping their shit every time a casting choice not out of circa 1920s Hollywood is announced. It's 2022. Black and brown people like stuff and enjoying spending money on it. You same idiots over here crustier than some lembas bread cried about Rue from the Hunger Games being black, even though she was written as such. Amanda Stenberg wasn't even that dark compared to her fellow district member Thresh, who was played by a dark-skinned young man. But all you career fools threw a fit. You same moldy crustables complained about Hermione being black in the stage play of The Cursed Child, even though the Grand Turf herself approved of the casting. You dusty egg sacks threw a fit when Zendaya was cast in the Spider-Man movies, even though she's excelling, and the movies featuring her made way more money than the past movies featuring Miss La La Land. And I don't get this last reference, so I'm not going to say it. You dried up sea scum cried in anguish when Halle Bailey was cast as Ariel, even though Ariel is a whole-ass mermaid whose major plot-specific feature isn't her stupid red hair, though black people can and do have that. But her goddamn voice. You leftover Dragon Cum Stains complained about someone with melanin being cast as Corlys Valerian on the House of Dragon. Never mind the story taking place in Essos, where black and brown people are fucking everywhere. You same people giving birth to Gollum-looking babies then complained about a black woman being cast as a dwarf in the upcoming Rings of Power Amazon series. Even though the series predates the movies, the role has never been cast before, and there's no real description of her. Pretty sure her character was created like that one female elf from The Hobbit, but no one complains when Kate the Wasp is cast. Now you pasty rejects from Hades are going after a young black girl, Leah Jeffries, for being cast as Annabeth Chase in the new Percy Jackson series. What is wrong with y'all? This is a fucking child. Y'all are dragging her online, and for what? Because she auditioned and won this role over a white child? Rick Riordan, I don't know how to say this man's name, forgive me, I'm not that nerdy, I guess. The white man who wrote the Percy Jackson books has had to go out of his way to tell his so-called fans that any complaint should be taken up with him since he approves the casting. But no, I guess it's easier to come after the children. I did read, editor's note, I did read the response from Mr. Rick, and it was pretty great. I feel like he lined y'all up effortlessly.
Okay.
Let you know that you're fucking racist and you should stop pretending that you're not. And defended this actor for simply being the best choice. Now back into your letter, Naomi. I was about to say Nene. Oh God, I need to sleep for a week. You complain each and every time someone from a comic, fantasy book, sci-fi adaptation is cast with a non-white person. You complain even if that person was written as being non-white. I've read complaints about the upcoming Miss Marvel series starring a Muslim girl, Riri becoming Ironheart, all the colored people the Polish author never mentioned in The Witcher show, and show all y'all asses about Blade when he was previously played by blackety-black Wesley Snipes. I hate each and every one of you. I don't know, how would you... Blade's never not been black. That doesn't... Anyways. I've been a fantasy fan for as long as I can remember, but it's been very hard being so. From the first time I entered a comic store game shop as a child and was so stared at by the hostile white boys and men that I just walked out and never returned. To the time I cosplayed as Sailor Mercury and got laughed out of a convention for daring to be a big black woman enjoying her outfit. I've been made to feel that this fandom isn't for me. Well, fuck y'all. Not only am I going to continue geeking out to the things I love, not only will I ignore all you gatekeeping trolls trying to convince me why blacks are out of place in fantasy novels, not only will I continue to financially support diverse fantasy works, but joke's on you, I plan on writing fantasy stories filled to the brim with black and brown heroes and villainous white people. Have fun seeing yourself as the bad guys in all of these adaptations if they ever never happen. And it's not just me either. Be prepared for all of us Black and brown creators and allied white people to fill all fantasy with flavor. All you hateful, bigoted, fake fans, deal with progress or go back to watching old Star Wars movies on your mommy's Disney Plus subscription. I hope all of you get spoiled for the multiverse of madness. I hope every Magic the Gathering card you buy is permanently dog-eared. I hope all your comic books give you infected paper cuts. I hope your Pokemon get poisoned in battle and die slow. Okay, now you've gone too far.
Oh, wow.
I hope ring wraiths come for your asses in your sleep. I hope in whatever afterlife is waiting for us, you'll be stuck reading War and Peace and the original Russian for eternity and never enjoy a single story featuring an elf, wizard, half-god, mermaid, or dragon lord ever fucking again. Fuck off and let us enjoy our shit. Thank you so much for that letter, Naomi. I simply agree. I did see the casting for this new Percy Jackson series. I did not see the poison, hate, and vitriol that followed, I guess. But I'm not surprised because nerds, especially white nerds, can be some of the most poisonous people with opinions. And I don't understand how we still get locked in this idea that you have the right not only to be racist or hateful because the casting didn't go your way, but to spread that hate and racism towards performers who simply are showing up to do a job. Stop being fucking entitled. And especially stop attacking children who are fucking acting in a fucking show adapted from a fucking book for fucking kids. Grow the fuck up. And on the sideline, a lot of you other bitches, I see you motherfuckers who, rather than just flat out complaining about the color of these performers' skin or their race or ethnicity anymore, a lot of y'all have now decided to dance around it and just claim that every single time you see a Black or brown person get a role that you feel like should be a white person, you blame like this system or, you know, SJWs and, you know, studios and producers bending to the will of liberal media or whatever, even though a lot of y'all be on either side of the fence, right, left, like, you're just ignorant, hateful, entitled, and a fucking loser. Shut the fuck up. I saw this shit just this same week when it was announced that Ncuti Gatwa, who's like literally the best part of Sex Education and like one of my favorite new actors, was cast as Doctor Who. He's gonna be the first Black Doctor Who. I'm sure he's gonna fucking kill it. And y'all bitches still were like, it's crazy. Doctor Who is bending to the da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Are you really the fuck kidding me? Now, I don't know much about Doctor Who because that ain't none of my business. I will be watching now.
Right. If I was ever going to watch, it'll be now.
But what I can tell you without a doubt is that there have been numerous actors that have played Doctor Who, and damn near every one of them has been a white man. What more do you need? The same way that there have been 2 Percy Jackson films and several books with a white woman that played this same role that you mad about. What else do you want besides Black people, brown people, purple people to not have work?
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up and sit your dumb ass down somewhere and don't pull up to the function if you have a problem so goddamn bad. But what you're not going to do is attack little brown girls, little Black girls, because you didn't get the fucking white ass move you want. I will actually body slam you, bitch. Fuck are you talking about? Fuck y'all. Fuck y'all. Fuck your white Spider-Man and your white Scarlet Witches and your white Captain Americas and your white Wolverines and your white goddamn Legolas, Fredo, Dumbledore. Fuck all of that shit. And fuck you for feeling like that's what you need and deserve every goddamn time a bitch makes a movie. Sit your ass down somewhere.
You know what's really crazy is that, like, you would think sci-fi and fantasy would be the most welcoming and the most accepting genres because they are so frequently storylines that are ridiculous and made up of like aliens and weird shit, comic book shit, and niggas having special powers and all that, things that aren't human. Like, there was no reason that this had to be an all white thing. There was no reason Doctor Who always had to be a white person. I just Googled it. Doctor Who is a Time Lord called the Doctor.
He's not a person.
Yeah.
He's an alien.
An extraterrestrial being who appears to be
God,
human and explores the universe in a time-traveling spaceship. Girl!
Yes, he's not human.
So, like, and they just got a woman, Doctor Who, like this, the person playing Doctor Who right now. That was like the first woman. Yeah. And this show has been on since the 60s.
Since the 60s.
And y'all are still pressed.
Shut the fuck up.
Wow,
Shut
man.
the fuck up.
Yeah.
Shut up. I just watched that Loki series on Disney Plus, and that was an example of, how the multiverse works, and there are different versions of blah, 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 blah. You had a Loki that was a fucking alligator, but God forbid the nigga be black. Actually, I think there was a black Loki, but whatever. Either way, I'm tired of y'all being like, I played Hillary Clinton or whatever the fuck bullshit is y'all gonna say every time you see a nigga get a role in a movie and that you felt like should have been white. Suck a dick.
Oh, man. Okay. Is that it for,
I'm done.
for you? Okay. So I just have a couple of quick things this week. First of all, people who walk in the bike lane. Why? Why do you do that? Are you asking to get ran the fuck over? I don't understand. So if you don't live in a city that has a bunch of bike lanes, New York definitely does. And over here in my neighborhood, there are so many bike lanes that there are like separate lanes for pedestrians. There's a whole separate lane just for people who are getting around by moving their two legs and their feet, touching the ground, walking, jogging, whatever. There is a whole separate lane for y'all. And then there is a lane just for bikes. And this is not a rule I made up. This is not me feeling like, I'm on my bike, because I am. It's spring again. I'm going outside. I'm loving it. I ride my bike for like hours every day, as much as I can. And these lanes, the bike lanes, not only are they separate from the pedestrian lanes, they have a sign in front of them with a bicycle on it and an arrow pointing towards the bike path. Like, literally, if you are on a bicycle, yes, you bring your ass over here, and then there's another sign next to it of people walking, and there's an arrow pointing in the other direction. You take your narrow ass over here. Some of the signs even have a picture of a bike, and then it says only, meaning do not bring your stupid ass over here. This is for bikes. And it would be fine if you just took the risk. You said, fuck it. The bike trail is prettier and I like the flowers over there better. So I'm going to do it anyway.
Oh, it might be.
I mean, it's not. It's the same flowers, the same view, all that bullshit. And there are plenty of spaces, most spaces, where everybody is expected to share the space. And so as somebody on a bike, I am always yielding to pedestrians. I'm always yielding to y'all's unruly kids who dart out in the middle of nowhere and I'm ready to slam on my brakes. I'm always watching out for y'all's aunties and y'all's grandmas and y'all's dogs, always. But when I am on the bike only path, I assume that I'm not going to have to worry about that shit. So when I'm riding my ass along and here go you and your boyfriend arm in arm because y'all decided to say, fuck them signs, I can't read, it's not going to stop me no way. That's your choice, okay? That is your prerogative. But when I ring my little fucking bike bell, when I ring my bell and I say on your left, you don't get to jump back and scream and be like, oh, she almost hit me. I almost hit you because you're in my goddamn lane. Take your ass where you're supposed to be. You do not get to be shocked that bikes are whizzing by your ass and almost clipped your ass when you are in the bike only lane. Carry your ass on over to the pedestrian only lane. I guarantee you it'll be a problem if me and my bike went over there. So why don't you just stay out from over here? I'm trying to respect y'all's space. I'm not trying to run nobody over, but don't sit up there and react, because this happened to me today. Some white woman was like in a fucking tizzy because I rang the bell and said, girl, you're in my fucking way. Somebody who was in the bike only lane. The sign is there for a reason. The city paid money to put it there so that you and your dumbass boyfriend would know that this is not where you're supposed to be. And you chose to be here anyway. So deal with it. Secondly,
So what happened after you killed him?
I just gave her a finger and was like, bitch, you're in the wrong lane. And kept going. Like, I'm not going to stop my bike for you. But like, you're in the wrong lane. And y'all are probably tourists. Y'all probably don't even live here. It's probably some tourist shit. But you needed to know. Next time, pay attention to the fucking signs. They're there for a fucking reason. And they're not, like, you don't have to be able to read. You don't even have to be able to read to know. It's a picture of a bike. Arrow this way. Picture of somebody walking. Arrow that way. Like, you're just not paying attention or you don't give a fuck. But that's your fault, not mine. Also, just want to make fun of T.I. right quick. One of my favorite things to do. As most of you know, Kevin Samuels passed away last week.
I forgot.
Yeah. I mean, it's not, no shade. It's not, I mean, all shade, but not important. It didn't, no.
To begin with.
It doesn't matter. But T.I. decided to go on Instagram Live last Saturday to talk about people who have had something to say about Kevin Samuels, and said, whatever he did it and he's gone. He got away with it. Fuck y'all. That's between him and God. Him and the Lord gonna have to deal with it. You ain't got no heaven or hell to put him in. I want to see who the fuck got something to say to me while I'm still alive. This shit is a fucking travesty of justice. I can't stand it.
What?
I'm not gonna let y'all bully this dead man. We're gonna let this man rest in peace. This was 14 minutes of
you bully
T.I.
somebody if they did?
First of all, no, you cannot. And thank you so much for bringing that up. You cannot bully somebody who is not here to be bullied. You can simply state your opinion about him. Same way a lot of people have been criticizing him, just like they did when he was alive. A lot of people have been sad and mourning their YouTube uncle, same way they would have, regardless of whether he died under regular circumstances from old age or because he took gas station sex pills and drank a bunch of Red Bull and died on top of a thick Latina. Like, regardless, y'all was going to be devastated. I was going to laugh and make fun. That was going to happen either way. But you cannot bully a man who's dead. So sorry. This is not a travesty of justice. That lets me know. You know how you can always tell when niggas who don't know what words mean choose to use them anyway. And it's like you heard this phrase one time and you just decide. And somebody said it about like George Zimmerman being acquitted in the Trayvon Martin case. And you heard travesty of justice and was like, I'm going to remember that. And you decided to pull it out of your nigger ass, dumbass back pocket for this. This is not a travesty and this is not a matter of justice. How are people criticizing Kevin Samuels for the terrible things he said, by the way? Like, it's not like people are coming at him unfairly. He was an awful person. And okay, I didn't know him. I will say that what he put out into the world was, as far as I'm concerned, garbage. Just pure caca. Should have never been said, should have never been believed. And a lot of y'all lapped it up and asked daddy for more. And that is a fucking travesty. But it is not a travesty of justice that people have something to say about this man because he was polarizing. He was that way in life. So why would he not be that way in death? And you niggas get that when it comes to anybody else. Let some white racists die and y'all fully get it. And it's all the gifts and all the memes or whatever else. But let somebody who openly antagonized black women die and y'all don't understand why black women have something to say about it.
Very true.
Somebody who told y'all that y'all were worthless and should dumb down or lower your standards, that y'all didn't have value unless you achieved arbitrary goals that he himself didn't even meet. He swore up and down that fat black women over 35 were going to die alone. And what did he do but die alone with not a goddamn thing to his name? Not even on top of some girl, but with some girl that he met the night before. Led such a tragic life that his mama had to find out about him dying online. and you had the nerve to talk about somebody else's circumstances and somebody else's situation. That is what it is. I just want T.I. to learn what words mean.
Yeah.
We're not bullying this man because he's not here to receive the criticism. And it's not,
Kind of. Yeah.
I mean, and it's not, it wouldn't have been bullying anyway, because this is not, but anyway, I'm gonna let y'all have that. Travesty, justice, wrong words to be using here. We gonna let this man rest in peace. That's not up to us. Whether he rests in peace has nothing to do with me. I can say whatever I want to. His like the one thing he said that was right is I ain't got no heaven or hell to put him in. Correct.
Yeah.
Which means if you believe in the soul and heaven and hell, that means that what we are saying here on earth don't have nothing to do with where he goes. It don't have nothing to do with whether he rests.
But that's again between me and the God.
And the whole whatever he did it, and he's gone. He got away with it. What the fuck is that?
What? He got away with what? What do you be talking about?
Mean?
What does this nigga be talking about?
And do you think that somebody dying means all of a sudden we don't have to talk about, or we shouldn't talk about the horrible things they did on earth? I really feel like, because a lot of problematic rappers piped up and were like, oh, it's fucked up the shit y'all saying about Kevin Samuels. Wow, it's really gross the way y'all speak about the dead. You niggas are just nervous and shitting your boots because you know the same is going to be said about you and worse. Because people are saying it now and they for damn sure going to say it after you gone. I suggest not worrying about what is going to be said about you after you're gone, and instead worry about, living a good life while you're here. You still breathing. You still have time to make amends. You still have time to right the wrongs, or at least apologize. You still have time to do better. I know this is beyond you niggas, but you could be a better person.
Better?
Yeah, you could just stop.
Better.
If you beating women, you could just stop doing that. You could just stop doing that. If you're committing sexual assault and robbing niggas and whatever, you could just stop doing those things. You're not obligated to be a shit person. You could stop lying to the woman that you swore in front of God you would be faithful to. You could stop doing that. You could stop cheating. You could stop manipulating. You could be a better person. You simply choose to not. Kevin Samuels made his living off of deriding people like me. So hell yeah, I'ma cackle. Hell yeah, I'ma have something to say about it. And a nigga who don't know what travesty or justice or bully or dead means cannot correct me on that. No. So sorry. He got away with it. Fuck y'all. What the fuck kind of... That's... Nigga. I feel like that's what... That's what T.I. wants niggas to say about him. Oh, y'all was mad with that Fed case. Oh, y'all was mad when them girls said this and that. And blah, blah. Oh, y'all was mad when T.I. cheated on Tiny for the 18th time. But that nigga gone and he got away with it. So fuck y'all. No, that nigga was shit when he was here.
Got away with what? Life?
He got away with it. Whatever he did it, and now he gone, and he got away with. What does get away with it even mean in this context?
I'm
because if you believe in an afterlife, and that's between him and God, and him and the Lord gonna have to deal with it, then that means he didn't get away with it. And that also, that wording means that you think he did something wrong. You don't say people got away with doing the right thing. It's never like, oh, he donated all his money to the poor, and he sold handmade clothes and made shoes for orphans on the weekends and got away with it. Nobody says that because that doesn't make sense. But nothing T.I. says makes sense. T.I. is a fucking dumbass. If you listen to Kevin Samuels and T.I., I truly pray for the state of your brain, your mind, your ability to comprehend, your ability to think rationally, to argue efficiently. I worry about all of that because that is one dumbass nigga. Rest in peace or whatever, though.
All right.
Oh, yeah. That is... You know what? I'm going to stop there. A lot of small things got on my nerves this week, but the bike thing got on my nerves the most. So I talked about that, but I'm going to save the rest of that for some other time. And we're going to wrap the show up right there. Check us out at thisistheread.com. Find us on social media at thisistheread. You can find our merch at shoptheread.com. Anything else from you before we head out?
No. I'm gonna... Oh, watch the premiere of the premiere. Oh my god. The finale of a Black Lady sketch show is coming up this week, I think.
This Friday.
My friend Dijon Talton has a show coming to All Black this week called A la carte. I believe it premieres today, May 12th. So excited for him. If you get a chance, check that out. Who else is doing fun things that you should go support? Oh no, support your friends that are doing, that have small businesses and are doing the best that they can. And the best that they can.
Which is, that's very important. We're all out here trying, so.
Well, some of y'all out here.
Most of us are out here trying. Some of y'all are just out here, correct? So take care of yourselves, be good to your people, and we will see y'all next week.